Good morning, Rabbi. The question is asked, what quality should a person be looking for when he finds a woman, a suitable mate, a wife? Should he be looking for somebody who's beautiful, or should he be looking for somebody who's Irat Shamayim, a God-fearing woman? We find in the last parak of Mishlei, the wisest of all men, Shlomo Melech, he says over there, in Pasuk Lamed, Sheker Achen ve'Hevel Hayofi, Isha Irat Hashem Hitit Halal. What does that mean? That beauty and grace are vain and falsehood. So who's going to be the one who's praised? The woman who's God-fearing, the one who fears the word of God, the one who keeps the mitzvot, the one who helps her husband to do the same as well, to encourage her husband, her children. This is what is considered to be the finest quality in a woman, fear of God. Shlomo Melech tells us so. But the truth is, it's something interesting. We find in the Gemara, Masechet Ketubot, Nun Tet Amud Bet. Over there it says that comes Rabbi Chia and says, En Isha Ela Liyofi. En Isha Ela Lebanim. El Isha Ela Tachshitim. What does that mean? It means that the woman has basically three purposes. One is beauty. The second one is to have beautiful jewelry and adornments. That's also very important for a woman to have. And number three, also to have children. A person has to have children with his wife. Otherwise, what's the point of getting a wife if you don't have children? A person has to try to find a wife who's able to have children. That's very obvious. So it seems to contradict, though, what we just said, right? That Rabbi comes, Rabbi Chia, and says these are three important qualities in a woman. One of them is beauty. But didn't we just say that Shlomo Melech said that Sheker Achen ve'Hevel Hayofi, right? That beauty is all vanity and lies, and it's falsehood. So then, how did Rabbi Chia have the audacity to apparently argue with the wisest of all men, Shlomo Melech, King Solomon? How did he have the audacity to do that? That's the question. So the truth is, Rabbi, that there is the answer we find also in the same book, Sefer Mishlei, the book of Proverbs. We find in the 11th parak over there, 11th chapter. Over there, Shlomo Melech tells us something else. What is compared to a beautiful woman, but who has no sense? A woman who is not really so logical and not so smart and not so wise, and therefore she does all kinds of mishaps. She causes all kinds of problems in the family. She can destroy the family as well with her foolishness, all kinds of foolish acts that she does. So it says Shlomo Melech, King Solomon, the wisest of all men, that it's like a swine, right? A pig who has a golden ring, 24 karat, in his nose, the beautiful golden ring inside there in the nose, but it's inside the nose of the swine. So it's like a contradiction in terms. So a beautiful woman who has no sense, who has no brains, who has no wisdom, doesn't know how to run the family properly, doesn't know how to guide her family properly, the husband and children, she's considered to be like that. So what does that mean? That's considered to be something very bad. That a woman has beauty, but no sense, no mind, no logic, no wisdom, doesn't have all these things. So we see from there that Shlomo Melech is telling you the answer, apparently, to the question we just asked. What does that mean? There's two types of beautiful women. One beautiful woman is that she's beautiful, and also she's very wise and smart and God-fearing, like our matriarchs, Sarah Imenu, Rivka Imenu, Rachel, and Leah. They were beautiful, and they're also, as well, they were also God-fearing and very smart and very holy and very spiritual. But when it comes to a woman who's just beautiful, but she has no sense, she doesn't keep Torah and mitzvot, she doesn't have the wisdom of the Torah, she doesn't know how to behave with her husband, she doesn't know how to behave properly, she doesn't know how to behave in public, she doesn't know how to behave with modesty, with the proper elegance that a Jewish woman should behave by. So what happens is that a woman like that who has no sense, so there it's considered to be something really, really bad. Because on the one hand, on the outside, you see this beautiful, specimen, you see this beautiful woman. On the other hand, on the inside, everything is pretty much rotten over there, right? Pretty much corrupted. So that's considered to be very, very bad. A contradiction in terms, as we said, like the swine with the 24 karat ring in his nose. That's the idea. But if a woman has both qualities, beauty, and also she has wisdom and fear of God, so this is considered to be, right, the best of all. What does that mean? The truth is, right, that we find in the poskim, the Talmidei Chachamim, the big rabbis, they say that a Talmid Chacham, a person who's a Ben Torah, a person who's a Torah scholar, a rabbi, he should try to marry a beautiful wife. Why is that? Because for them, there's a big Yetzer Hara, there's a big evil inclination. As they say, right, the bigger the man is, the bigger he is, the bigger also his evil inclination is as well. So what does that mean? That since he has a big Yetzer Hara, Talmid Chacham, So therefore, you should have a beautiful wife. So you shouldn't have to look at other women and be busy looking for other things also there on the internet, on Facebook and here and there, all kinds of things. Right? He should be able to sit and learn Torah without having his mind distracted to look for beautiful women. So therefore, his wife should be beautiful all the time. That's the idea. So therefore, it's a mitzvah for a Talmid Chacham to take a beautiful wife, especially for a Talmid Chacham. Also for others as well, why not? But for a Talmid Chacham, all the more so. So the thing is that nevertheless, right, that beautiful wife that he takes has to be somebody also who's God-fearing. She's wise. She knows how to behave properly with modesty, with wisdom, with sense, with common sense, with logic, and the fear of God, all kinds of things like this. If she doesn't have that, so then, right, she's not really worth anything. So when Shlomo HaMelech told us, Sheker chen ve'evela yofi, that the beauty and the grace is all vanity and lies and deception, it's talking about a woman who doesn't have sense, she doesn't have wisdom, she doesn't have fear of God. But if she has both, right, adarabah, right, on the contrary, it's a mitzvah to marry a woman like that who has both. Why is that? Because this way you won't have to be distracted and look at other women and be right looking for other things. He has what he needs in his home. He has everything that he needs. She'asali kol tzorki. Baruch Hu should help us to make the wise decisions in all areas of our life. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen ve'amen. Chazak u'baruch.